Oh my God.
So about 2 years ago, we bought the KBS Pets cat tree, and it was very expensive, and I thought it would last a long time. Unfortunately, that was not the case. So first of all, this tree has a huge flaw on it. So, as you see most videos, when people put the leaves on the branches, you have to spin them. Now, if you spin them a bit too tightly, they get stuck, and what ends up happening is the nail gets stripped. And so when you want to take the pillows off to maybe clean them, wash them, whatever, now you can't. And what ended up happening with us is the pillows actually got jammed on the nail. The nail got stuck inside the tree trunk, and the pillow was also stuck. And basically when you spin the pillow, the nail would spin the other way. So basically what ended up happening is the nail got stuck and the pillow got stuck. Forced us to completely throw out the entire top tree trunk and contact KBS Pets for a replacement. Luckily, we had been within the warranty, I guess, and they replaced the entire thing for free. It was really nice of them to do because it is so expensive. And so we got a set of 2 new pillows and an entire top of the tree trunk that we put back on. We made sure this time to put the pillows not very tightly on top of the tree trunk to make sure they don't get stuck. But now there's a second problem with these pillows. So the second issue is the leaves, the little petals, I guess, of the flowers. They are not stable. Well, okay, they're stable until the cats jump on them enough times that the mechanism or the rubber banding or whatever it is in there basically breaks and it becomes loose and floppy, and so the cats end up not being able to actually sit there on those leaves or jump on them. So basically my cat, she would use the flowers below the top 2. She would use them to jump down, and every time she jumped down, she would constantly bend the petal in the opposite direction, and then after a while the petal just becomes a floppy mess and it doesn't actually stand still or support anything. And this happened to at least 3 of our flowers. And so basically these flowers were basically guaranteed to break by my cat's usage after a not very long period of time, and they're $60 to $70 to replace. So I realized that was just not going to work out for me. And so finally what I decided to do was replace the petals with baskets. There's another brand, very similar name, called Mao Pets, which instead of using these flower petals, they use baskets. But again, just like with KBS Pets, their baskets are insanely expensive, going from around $60 to $70 each. So during Prime Day, I went on Amazon and I bought some baskets that are kind of like universal baskets for cat trees that are almost identical clones of the ones from Mao Pets. And I attached those, and as you can see, they work perfectly. And so now I am using these baskets for my cats. And once the other petals, my cat destroys them, I will just buy more of these baskets, because unlike the flowers, the baskets have a nail in the center, which you can easily use a tool to twist it in and out. So it never gets stuck like the nails in the petals from KBS Pets' original tree. So ultimately, I'm a little disappointed. I really wish that the tree could last longer, but it was a very big hassle to clean because you can't throw these in the wash. Like with a basket, you can put in a blanket, you can throw that in the wash. You can't throw these flower petals in the wash. You can't really remove them because the more you remove them, the more stripped the nail becomes. And so you kind of have to vacuum them with like a hose vacuum as they're on the tree. And my cat basically destroyed the petals when the flowers were located below the top 2 that she had to jump down on. So for a $400 tree, I think that's a really poor design decision. And so I do like the actual tree trunk though. So like I said, once the rest of the flowers get destroyed or break, I'm just gonna buy baskets to replace them and just use those instead, because they're easy to clean and I know they won't get stuck inside the tree trunk anymore. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. Subscribe if you want to see more cat content.